Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends. And today, we're going to have a look at the LEGO Technic Spotlight event. We're gonna do the entire breakdown of the event, check all of the rewards available, and of course there's also a calculator where you can check how much progress you're gonna be able to make in this event. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing these things tell YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people. These people can find the channel, and in that way I can continue making this content for you. So if you like me doing these breakdowns, or in general you like my content, go ahead, like and subscribe. But alright, let's talk about this event. Now, actually a couple of days ago, I did a breakdown of the Silver Lightning special event, and I'll put the link in the top right if you want to watch that, but over there I briefly talked about the LEGO Technic Spotlight event. And well, I did say over there that I was a little bit disappointed at some things related to this, and yeah, we're gonna get to it, but alright. First, let's have a look at the play section. Eventually we'll get into the Technic Pass and the shop. Now, here on the play section, it's kind of like a special events divided into stages featuring the different cars for this event, which is going to be, of course, the Corvette, the Lego Corvette, the Lego Senna GTR, the Lego FXXK, the Lego Lambo Roboto, and the Lego Aston Martin Valkyrie. Those are the main cars featured over there. Now, I could go stage by stage, but you know that takes a long time, so instead, Spreadsheet! Of course, I would do this. Now, I think by now you're familiar with my spreadsheets, but just real quick so that you have the overview of how this works. Over here, it's all of the information of the event in, well, the spreadsheet, and you can see by columns the stage that we're going to be talking about, how many collector coins are required to unlock the stage, the car requirements, how many stars do you have the car at. This detail has to do with how many stars is required to get what type of reward. So for example, over here for a gold free try, you can get racing tokens, racing token packs, which are the packs that can contain 25, 50, or 100 coins per pack. Then we got how many credits, how many regular tokens, and other miscellaneous rewards. So let's have a look at the entire thing, because we need to go stage by stage. And yeah, fortunately, the way that this is structured, it's a little bit easier because it's basically 3 main sections. The first section is going to be staged from 1 to 5. All these stages, because they're very, very similar. They're going to feature the LEGO version of the car, in this case, Stingray. It's going to be a gold free try, and you can get 2,500 racing tokens, 9 racing token packs, 90,000 credits, not regular credits, there's no such thing as special credits, and blueprints also for the car that is featured over here, in this case, the LEGO Stingray. So I say that all of these, I group them together because you can see they're very similar. They're literally the exact same reward for the next stage. The only difference is that it's going to be blueprints for the car featured over here. Same thing for the FXXK, same rewards, same thing with the blueprint just for this car. Roboto and Valkyrie, exactly the same. So this makes it really easy to go through these 5 stages. Now let's get into the second part of the stages, which is a little bit more confusing. It's stage 6 through 10. Now these stages are special because they're going to feature both cars, both the LEGO version of the car and the regular version of the car. And then you can get also get some rewards with either one of these. So specifically for this stage on the normal Stingray, if you have the car at 1 star, and I do believe you need to have it, I don't believe this is a free try. And by the way, sorry that I cannot specify whether or not it's a free try, because I already own these cars, so it doesn't show to me as to whether they're free tries or not, but I would imagine these are not. Again, you have to confirm that with me, and I can add it later. But yeah, you can get 1,500 racing tokens if you have the car at 1 star. If you have it at 2 stars, you can get 75 tokens, and if you have it at 3 stars, you can get blueprints for the regular Stingray. Because again, we're doing the race with the regular Stingray. It's going to contain blueprints for that one. For the LEGO Stingray, it only matters if you have it at 3 stars, and in which case you're going to be able to get an additional 12 blueprints for the LEGO Stingray. And with either car, at 1 star, you can get 15 packs for the racing tokens, and at 2 stars, either one, you can get 2,250 racing tokens plus 150,000 credits. Now, like I said, this is going to be the same for the next stages. If you notice, it's basically the same thing. The normal car at 1 to 3 stars, you can get basically the same rewards as up here. The only difference is, again, the car that is featured, in this case, the Senna GTR, the regular one. Lego Senna GTR, you can get blueprints for the Lego Senna GTR, and either car at 1 or 2 stars will give you these rewards down here. So that is basically the same for all the other cars, the normal FXXK and the Lego FXX, the normal Revuelto and the Lego Revuelto, normal Valkyrie, and Lego Valkyrie. And all of these rewards, each one of these stages is a copy-paste of the previous. Again, the only change is going to be the car featured and the blueprints. And then the last third of the stages is going to be the ones where features only, once again, the Lego version of this car. And I do believe this one is going to have a free try at 1 star, but the rest is not going to be free try. Except for the Senna GTR, but I'll explain that in a bit. So, in this case, for the Lego Stingray, the free try at 1 star can give you 25 racing token packs. And then from there it skips 2 stars and goes straight into 3. If you have it at 3 stars, you can get racing tokens plus credits. At 4 stars, you can get more racing tokens plus blueprints for the Lego Stingray. And if you have it at max stars, you can get some regular tokens plus epics for the Lego Stingray. Now, once again, you will notice that each one of these stages, comparing this to this, is going to be once again the same. The only difference is going to be the rewards based on the car featured over here. Now, I did say that this might be a little bit different because the Senna GTR is the only car that requires a key. So technically speaking, it only matters how many stars do you have it at, and all of this technically counts as a free try, but it's, you know what I'm saying, right? Still, you need to have the car at this amount of stars, so it's not like, oh, I can actually just go ahead and claim everything. No, you need to have the car started up. So Lego FX6K and Revuelto, kind of similar, except the Revuelto of all of these cars in this event is the only one that is a 6-star car. So this one, the free try is at 1 star, and from there it skips 2 and 3, and the rewards start at 4 stars, 4, 5, and 6. But in general, these rewards are gonna be the same as this, again, with the only difference being the blueprints featured. And for the Lego Valkyrie, well, same as the previous ones, 1 star, 3, 4, and 5, and the same reward. And down here you can see the grand total that you can get in this event. Assuming you have all of the cars at the maximum stars, you can get a grand total of 56,250 racing tokens, 245 racing token packs, 2.2 million credits, and almost 1,000 tokens. Now, over here, as usual, I like putting this additional information on what could be your minimum racing tokens that you can get from the packs. Assuming that in every single one of these 245 packs, you get 25 tokens, racing tokens, the minimum amount that you're gonna get is 6,125. If you get an average of 75 racing tokens, I'm sorry, just so many names. Racing tokens, 75 in average, you're gonna get approximately 18,000. So that should give you a bit of an idea, but these numbers, I don't normally show them because these are completely RNG based. Your mileage may vary. So alright, that is basically that when it comes to each one of the stages. Now, one thing to notice over here is that we went through the entire thing and nowhere could you find the key for the Lego Senna GTR. And that is the part that hurts me a little bit. But let's have a look at the milestone rewards that you can get based on how many coins you get, collector coins or whatever. So you can get miscellaneous rewards, which tend to be just some random packs of parts or whatever. Then we can get blueprints for the Lego Stingray, miscellaneous, Lego Senna blueprints, some credits, Lego FXXK blueprints, more credits, Revuelto blueprints, some regular tokens. Then we get into epics for each one of, well, blueprints for the Valkyrie and Lego Valkyrie, and epics for each one of these cars. Only one part, but they shouldn't be too difficult to get to. Now up here, we're gonna see the maximum rewards. That is gonna be the sum of all of the rewards of the stages plus all of the rewards of the milestones. And here is the entire overview of it. So for the Lego cars, you're gonna be able to get 40 blueprints for each plus 3 epics. And here it is, Senna GTR, you can only get the key on the pass. We'll get to it. But yeah, the rest are basically the same, right? 40 blueprints for the FXX plus 3 epics, so on and so forth. For the regular version of the cars, you're gonna be able to get 15 blueprints for each. And in the credits, it's gonna be 2.4 million, 345 tokens. That doesn't seem correct. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why I had that wrong, but it's the grand total of tokens, which is gonna be again the tokens on the stages plus the milestone. That's 1,275. Well, 1,275, and racing tokens a grand total of 56,250, again without considering the racing pass, oh god, the packs, these packs right here. Jesus, I'm telling you, so many terms to remember, but whatever, I hope you get the idea. Now let's talk about the pass itself, because that is the big problem over here, at least for me. Maybe you don't care, but yeah, there's a premium pass, or well, there's a premium lane and a free lane, and you're gonna be able to get, in general, in both of them, blueprints for the cars, some of the racing tokens, some VIP points, even some epics on the premium lane for the quote-unquote main car of this event, which is the Valkyrie, the Lego Valkyrie. But the important part is, I had to pause over there because there was such a loud airplane. The important part is the key for the Senna GTR. You can only acquire this key that is not found anywhere else in this event in the premium pass. So if you wanted to get this car, you have to pay for it. Now, how much is it? I'm not 100% sure, because I'm not sure what is the conversion at the moment, but I believe this is over $10 US, probably under 15, probably like $12, $13, something like that. Someone let me know in the comments what it shows in USD. But yeah, that's how much it would cost you to get the key for the car, as well with the blueprints, right? And in fact, if you want to see the grand totals of it, here is the pass itself and the rewards. On the free lane, how many blueprints you can get for each one of these cars. Also how many racing tokens and VIP points. On the premium side, well, you can get a lot more blueprints for each one of these cars. Of course, the Lego Valkyrie being the main one for the event, you can get the most blueprints and 3 epics, the racing tokens, VIP points, and of course the key for the Senna GTR. Again, all of this is on the premium lane. Now, what else is left to talk about? Well, of course, the shop. Over here, you can get the Lego Pass, you can get for money, also blueprints and some other stuff. But the important part, ooh, they're actually selling the key for the Revolt. I think this should be $10? I'm not sure. Somewhere over there. Over here, you're gonna have what we kind of know already of this type of shop, the Lego Technic Market. In this, I already claimed it, but over here normally would show you, or always will show you first, 250 racing tokens for free. You can just claim those. After that, they're gonna offer you more, but for trade tokens, don't do it, because that currency, the trade tokens, is kind of valuable for epics in the regular Legend shop. Over here, you can get an additional amount of racing tokens depending on what offer you get. You can get an offer for credits where the first purchase is going to cost you 15,000, then 30,000, and the last is 45,000, making it for 90,000 tokens and not tokens, excuse me. Oh, Jesus, no. 90,000 credits, and that would give you 200 racing tokens each. God, no, I said that wrong. Man, I'm telling you, this is gonna make a pause over here and just say how annoying is how many different terms are over here. The racing tokens, the trade tokens, the credit. Oh God. Anyway, let me try that again. For the price of 90,000 credits, you can get 600 racing tokens. There we go. I said it right. Jesus, well done, DBT. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, over here we got the 5 spots that are gonna be basically fixed for the Lego cars. We have all 5 of them. Obviously, the difference is going to be how many blueprints you're going to be offered. But yeah, you can buy blueprints for the Lego cars over here. In this particular slot, this one changes because it's going to offer you blueprints for either one of these 5 cars, any of these 5 cars, but in the regular version. You can see over here is offering me for the regular Aston Martin Valkyrie, not the Lego one. So it could be the Valkyrie, it could be the Revolt, it could be the Stingray, it could be whatever. Then we have 2 slots for the epics, which I believe from time to time can even show epics for the regular version of the car, but more often than not, it sells epics for the Lego versions of the car. And finally, these 2 last slots over here are for parts. Don't buy them, completely not worth it, too expensive, and these things you can get everywhere, so don't worry too much about it. You're gonna have 2 refreshes a day for tokens. One costing 250, the next one costing 500. I've done already one just for the sake of experimenting over here, but yeah. And the store refreshes naturally once every 24 hours. So that is basically the overview of the shop itself. But here on the spreadsheet on the rightmost side, I actually added the price for these blueprints as well. For the Lego Corvette Stingray, 3 blueprints for this price, and also 1 epic, the price for it, the Revuelto, so on and so forth. Now over here I did not include the regular versions of the cars because again these are much more rare, but for what I've seen the prices are extremely similar between the Lego version and the normal version, so you can expect the prices to be very similar once you encounter, for example, an Epic for the regular Aston Martin Valkyrie. But alright, the last thing that I want to talk about here on the spreadsheet itself is how you fill it up. Again, this is, I think by now, become a bit of a staple on my spreadsheets, but still. The orange cells over here are the ones that you're gonna fill up. For all of the cards that say FT, standing for free try, just, you know, especially in this one, the gold free try, enter whatever. But if you want, just enter one, and instantly it will mark in green what you were gonna be able to get, and this starts adding up here. So for example, all of these that are gold free tries, you're gonna be able to do all of them, so mark them all as one. And here's the grand total that you can get right away in this event by doing this free tries. 12,500 racing tokens, some packs, credits, and whatnot. Now over here's where it gets a little bit peculiar, because like I said, it's gonna feature the normal car, gonna feature the Lego version, and also rewards for either. So let's say that you don't have you do have the regular Stingray, you only have it at 1 star. Well, it's gonna mark this instantly. You can get the racing tokens, and it's gonna mark this one as well because as it says over here, it requires either car, so it fills it up. Or if I have the car at 2 stars, excuse me, you don't put it over there, you put it in the orange. Well done, DVT. You put the 2 over there in the orange, it fills up this and this one as well. And you can also have it at 3 stars, and well, that's the only difference. If you don't have the Lego Stingray, unfortunately, you don't have access to this. But let's say that you don't have the regular Stingray, but you do have the Lego Stingray, and you have it at 1 star, you still put it over here. Even though this requires 3 stars, you still want to fill this up as 1 if you have it at 1 star, because it's going to count over here for either car, right? If you have it at 2 stars, still put it up, and it will fill this up. But if you have it at 3 stars, then it fills up this one as well. I hope you understand how this is working. It's just that I didn't want you to have to fill up this, and do another fill up over here. So this one basically auto-fills based on if you have either of these cars and which is the one that you have the most stars. So that's basically how you fill it up for the entire thing. And eventually once you get to this stage over here in the stage 11, this one is pretty straightforward. Since all of these are going to be free try at 1 star, just fill it up as 1. But if you do have the car at high stars, then go ahead and put it at the correct stars. Even though this is a 5-star car, if you put 6, nothing happens. It's fine. It doesn't break. It's just, you know, there. But yeah, and that's how you fill the entire thing up. Once you enter this spreadsheet, which by the way, it's linked in the description and in the pinned comment. If it's already half filled up, just select starting from here all the way down here, clear it up, and you can proceed and fill it up yourself. I'm going to show you what progress I'm going to be able to make, because again, all of this is free try. I'm going to be able to do that. The regular Stingray, I do have it at 5 stars, so that's not a problem. Lego Stingray, I do have it at 5 stars as well, so I can do that. Senna GTR, I only have it... no, the regular Senna GTR, I do have it at 5 stars. And again, this actually is not a free try. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, there you go. Senna GTR, I only have it at 1 star, so I don't get anything from that. Then for the normal FXXK, I do have it at 5 stars. Lego FXX, I have it only at 1 star. And that's it. Because again, all of this is filling up already by itself. For the Lego Roboto, I do have it at 6 stars. This one I have at 5 stars. Normal Roboto at 6. Lego, I have it at 5. There we go. Normal Valkyrie, I have it at, I believe, 3 stars. Lego Valkyrie, I only have it at 1. And there we go. Then we get over here into the last stages, the last third of this thing. Lego Stingray, again, I do have it at 5 stars, so I'll fill it up. Senna GTR, I only have it at... It's a free try, so only at 1 star. FXXK, I only have it at 1 star. Revolto, I do have at 5 stars. Ooh, I just noticed an error there. There we go, I fixed it. It was counting wrong. But yeah, I only have it at 5 stars, though throughout this event, I'm actually going to be able to take it to 6 stars, so I might as well put it over there. 6 stars. And the Lego Valkyrie only at, what did I say? 1 star as well. So this is my own progress that I'm going to be able to make. Over here is my grand totals and whatnot. Now, I'm honestly just going to focus on the Lego Roboto. That's the main thing. Obviously, I'm going to be getting everything else that I can for every other car and whatnot. But my only objective, and as I explained before when I was opening packs for the Lego Roboto, I was preparing specifically just for this car. So my interest over here is getting these epics and get everything that I can for the Lego Roboto. Throughout this event, I'm not going to need to purchase any blueprints in the shop. Instead, I'm gonna get the remaining blueprints, the missing blueprints through the stages itself and the rewards over here and whatnot. So it seems that my plan is working. For all of those people that were mocking me like, oh, DBT doesn't know that it's coming the next season. I knew that. And fortunately, this is gonna work out in my favor because I'm gonna be able to 6-star the car and save all of the racing tokens for epics. That's right, on the shop, I'm gonna be focusing on buying epics for the car because if I could, I would love to gold it. But yeah, that is basically it when it comes to this event. And just for the sake of having something moving on the screen, one race for this entire video, let's do this. But really, I just wanted to take the opportunity to talk about how these events have been evolving over time. One could argue they're devolving, but given how this whole thing is working, how you can no longer farm these racing tokens, and how it's limited, and how expensive things become in the shop, or how expensive things are in the shop in general, I think it's pretty clear that, or at least this is the way that I look at it. I think the best thing that you can do is this type of events is focusing on 1 or 2 cars maximum. Because if you try to buy everything from the shop, you're gonna end up without being able to acquire anything. If you buy every single blueprint, then yeah, if you don't already own the cars, if you weren't close to unlocking them, I don't think you're gonna be able to unlock any of the cars, or maybe you might be able to unlock one. I think it's a better or a more fruitful endeavor to instead focus in 1 or 2 car stops, do and buy all of the blueprints that you can for those 2 cars and start them up as the event goes. But yeah, unfortunately, there's just not enough currency in these events anymore for you to just go crazy and buy everything in the shop. And I think that's just kind of how it is. If you, again, try to focus on too many things at once, yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to do a lot. And like I said, for example, a lot of these cars that I've shown you, I only have them at 1 star, or I don't even have them. And I'm still not going to focus on buying blueprints for them because A, I don't care too much about them. B, I want to focus on one particular car, in this case, my Revuelto. Now, granted, oh, I went in the wrong route. That's fine. In my case, well, I don't need to buy the blueprints in the shop anymore, but I will be buying the epics, which are very expensive. But yeah, that's where my currency is gonna go. And if I end up with a surplus, then I'll buy some blueprints for the thing. But that is in general the only advice that I can give you in this event. Don't go for everything. Go for the thing that you like the most. And since all of these cars are fixed in the shop that you're always gonna be able to buy blueprints, go for them except for the Senna GTR. Because if you don't have the key and you're not buying the Legend Pass, no, excuse me, not Legend Pass, the Lego Pass, buying blueprints for that car is kind of useless. You can always hope that the key is going to show up eventually in some other thing in the future, but we don't know, so right now just buying blindly like that may not work for you. But anyway, sorry that this went a little bit longer. I swear I tried to make it faster this time around, but there was just so many things to talk about, and here we are. But again, if you enjoy this type of videos, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you would like to support me directly, please consider joining the membership. It's the subscription service to have access to exclusive videos and some of the perks. Check it out. It's over there by the join button. But alright, that's all. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.